Good morning, Roxanne. How are you doing?
Morning. I'm great.
Yeah?
Doing well. Sheltering, obviously, staying in place. As I've been telling you, I'm extremely busy. It's like I don't understand how people are saying they're bored and have nothing to do. I don't get it. It's like I go to bed at night and I say, well, I still didn't do this and I still didn't do that and I still didn't do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we live in a place where we can still like take walks.
Yes, I've been doing
And
that.
in a couple parts of the country, they've just put in place a 2-week, nobody can go anywhere. Get ready because we're not going to the grocery store, the post office, total shutdown because we're going to stop this thing dead. So we're pretty lucky that way.
Yeah.
And then there's people who have their kids at home.
Yes.
So now
Like
they're all kids all the time and not, then you really can't do anything. And then it's been really interesting to talk and see how everybody is in a different situation and how they're coping.
exactly.
How are you coping?
How am I coping? A number of strategies. I limit my news intake
Uh-huh.
Because I figure most of it's going to be bad. So, but I still want to know what's going on.
Right.
I'm making a little bit of art.
Oh, nice. Can we see it?
Yes, of course. So I started out with a piece of snow dye that I did years ago because I really like the colors in it. I thought, okay, I'm saving this fabric for God knows what. Now's the time to break it out, right?
For sure.
So here's the ironic part. I break it out and I start picking solids to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I started working with the solids, I said, if I add this pattern to it now, it's just going to be crazy busy. So I never even cut into that fabric.
Right. That's called, it's your inspiration piece.
Okay, good. All right. So then I started working in the manner of Sheila Frampton Cooper because I highly admire her work.
Yeah, I love her work.
So I came up with this piece first.
Oh, niess.
And
that's fun.
You can see from the back how I call it torturing the fabric. Because it's just, okay, how crazy can I cut this fabric and how nasty a curve can I do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I came up with a second piece, which is on my Facebook group, Joyful Art Quilting.
Yeah.
But then I wasn't satisfied with that, and I joined them together. So at one point, these two were joined together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized they don't go together. So I separated them again. And I had a simpler piece, which had this funky little leaf shape, which was really hard to do.
Oh, that's pretty, though.
Thank you.
Interesting and lovely.
Yeah, and so then I cut into this, and I inserted these really curvy strips to create some more movement. So now they're really two separate but related pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. And in the midst of it, before I broke it into two pieces, I messaged Sheila on Facebook, on Messenger, and she responded with this long critique. And, it was like, blew my mind. I thought, yay,
Yeah, she's really nice.
Oh, she's wonderful. And she's working on some online courses, which made me really happy because I've never been able to study with her in person.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's one little project I was working on.
Great.
Then the other thing that just sort of overtook me was the making of the masks.
Yeah.
And I found a bunch of batik fabric that I've been using for quilt backs and God knows what. So I've been making masks and researching the best patterns. I've tried like 3 or 4 different patterns already, and that's been kind of obsessive and consuming. And, but I think I came up with one that I sort of like and is fairly comfortable. I wore it to the grocery store the other day, and I was horrified to see that none of the employees had gloves, masks, or sanitizer.
Yeah.
None of it. They had nothing, the poor things.
Well, I took masks with me to give to the workers at our grocery store. I've been going
That's my next
once every week and a half, and they refused them. They said, oh, we have them. They're in the back. I was just like,
Yeah, I know.
You're breathing on the produce. You know?
Not only that, but they're breathing all the customers, junk in. So
Yeah, well, we're both in North Carolina. I could like wave hi
yeah,
to you a
I
couple
know.
of miles away, right? So
Right.
hi out the window. um, and and
Yeah, I
some
know.
people really get it, and I guess they'll just have to wait till they start seeing the death toll rise.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because unless we really get this down, it can't go back to normal until everybody figures this out, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't think. I wonder if there is going to be a normal.
There will be.
All
There
right.
will be.
The other project that I was already working on, but I love to knit socks.
Really?
Yes. And I love to knit, but the only project that I can really like A, afford, and B, that I actually wear are handmade socks because I love the way they feel.
Made socks
And
more than
they're
anything.
portable. So I knit two at a time on one
Oh,
long
that's
needle.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see them.
Oh,
The yarn is
nice.
yummy. That's the front
Nice.
heel. So they're cooking along here.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the rest of the time I spend shopping, cleaning, cooking,
All the things.
exercising. I'm a fanatic, obviously, about exercising because I have to stay in shape for my work. But
Which is what?
I teach ballet full time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the art making and selling is the part-time gig, and the one that actually pays the bills, at least now, is the
Mhm. Teaching
teaching.
ballet.
Yeah,
And I
that's
saw
my,
that you're still doing it online. That's
yes.
got to be a trick.
Fortunately, because I was teaching art quilting using Zoom, I already am up to
You've
speed
got
on.
it.
I
Mhm.
know how to use Zoom and I know the limitations of it, and
It's
but
still a different setup, though. It's
yeah,
than being able to film something at a table that you're doing. My boys,
right.
they take tricking and parkour at a gym, and the owner of the gym is doing Zoom lessons, and it was kind of fun to watch them outside doing
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But it's not the same. Something physical like that is not the same.
It's not the same. The
But it's
limitations.
better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. And I talked to my students last night, and I said, "So, what's the upside? What's the downside? How are you doing?" And the
Mhm.
main thing is they can't do anything that travels because they're in a room. I said the best you can do is go outside on a piece of flat grass and jump around because
Yeah,
we can't do the big movements. We can't do the traveling movements.
yeah, which is all the tricking and parkour stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's good where you guys are outside, but remember
Yeah.
there's a giant hole right there. It's
Yeah.
covered up
Yeah.
with grass right now. Maybe get out something and
Yeah.
get a chair over that, because
And I really don't want to take you to the ER right now, so don't injure
No,
yourself.
that would be terrible. That would be
Exactly.
absolutely
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. So we have to be a little careful. And fortunately, with ballet, there's a lot of stationary movements you can
Right.
practice, a lot of strength building and that kind of
Hard work.
stretching. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. But
Good.
it's going to get old after a while. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, wow. More power to you. How are you staying in touch with your community? How are you creating a sense of community?
Well, that's a good question. So I have my Facebook group, Joyful Art Quilting.
Which is lovely, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It's been really fun. I mean, I have absolutely no agenda for that group. It's
Mhm.
just a place to connect,
Yeah.
And I think if I had started it years ago, I would have been more, okay, let's see if this is going to generate some income for me, But now it's not that at
Yeah.
all. It's just whatever it is.
Mhm.
So there's that. And then, have little conversations here and there with my neighbors and, 6 feet
I'm
away,
6 feet away.
or more than that sometimes. And then let's see, what else? Zooming with my daughter who's in Brooklyn right now. Not
Mm.
Zooming, video chatting.
Is she okay?
She's fine. I
Good.
sent her some masks, black, but she lives in Brooklyn.
Of course.
Nothing colorful for her. And of course, you know, my rock is my boyfriend, who also lives in Cary.
Good.
So that's, you know, of course, we had to postpone our trip to Hawaii. I was going to go visit my sister. That was supposed to happen like less than 3 weeks, but so that's not happening. But we still are enjoying walking and watching movies and cooking and
Yeah.
the things
We
that we
have
can.
a trip in July that we have not canceled yet, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
will be canceled. But it's our
Sure.
30th wedding anniversary. It's the thing I've wanted to do for 30 years, and
Yeah.
there's always next year.
Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I keep telling myself. Well, this too shall pass, and we'll do it again. But yeah, I was really looking forward to that trip.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
We'll be okay. How's your mental health? You
Good.
hanging in there?
Yeah, it's good. I have a spiritual practice, so that I've been doing a lot of this. You read that?
I place the future in the hands of God. Mm-hmm. Post-it notes are the best.
Yep.
I don't have post-it notes, but I have reminders of things all over.
You know, and from a former worry wart and control freak, this has been an interesting exercise in letting go of stuff I can't control. I mean, which is pretty much everything right now. I mean, so yeah, I just realized, yeah, I can't control that, and I can't control that, and I can't control that. And it might impact my health and it might not, you know, but I can't focus on that. I have to focus on what I can control. So.
I feel like we're at the point, the country and us here have been in long enough. I don't even know how many weeks it's been. Is this week 4? I don't know. But that people I know are either settling in and managing, or this is where they fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been trying really hard to keep up with friends and check in and say,
that's good.
You okay? He's still okay.
Really good at that. I have, for me mentally, I think I've really been in this very hyper concerned state since the beginning of March. Mm-hmm. Where I really started to get
pardon me.
Where I really
all in season
thinking about this, you know, like the beginning of March.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last time we went out to a restaurant was March 8th. And that still seems like maybe we shouldn't have done that. Mm-hmm. But
you're okay.
But we're okay. So it was fine.
Good.
But, yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything you'd like to say to your people?
To my people. Yes. Find joy in what you can find joy in. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the things you can't control. And be careful. Be vigilant about the things that you can control.
Yeah, there's a lot that we can control.
There's a lot we can do. Yeah.
We can take this seriously and stay home and just.
Oh, and I was telling my help if you need it.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Stay
this is not a time to. Yeah, this isn't. Even though you are alone, this is not a time to go it alone.
Not at all. In fact, if anything, I think this is here to teach us that how connected we really are and how we need to rely on each other.
Right. People are looking at me like, huh? But I'm like, I say, I love you right out loud to people who are just friends, because I do. I love people, and I'm not holding anything back because I appreciate people and the connections that we have so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you. You've been a good friend for a long time, and you're a joy every time I'm around you. So.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. I feel the same.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking a few minutes this morning.
Absolutely. Mwah.
Mwah. Well, love you.
Love you too.
Take care.
Okay, bye.